In 2015, the Judiciary of Uganda conducted a national court case census to count and establish the number of cases in our courts. This was part of a broader effort to address persistent challenges such as case backlog, limited access to timely justice, and insufficient resource allocation within the courts. The census aimed to document the total number of cases pending at all levels, from the lower courts to the Supreme Court. The purpose was to ensure that all court stations have accurate and reliable data. 10 years after the first court census, the Judiciary is set to carry out its second national court census to collect, analyze, and present data on caseloads and case management processes across all courts in Uganda. The exercise will run from the 13th to the 15th of January 2025. The exercise will cover all case types and categories and will consider all cases pending in the different courts as at 12th January 2025. The case census is expected to inform key strategic decisions and reforms aimed at improving efficiency and effectiveness in the delivery of the judicial services to the people of Uganda. The specific and overall objective of the National Case Census is for us to conduct the National Court Case Census and have accurate and reliable data at all our court stations. The general objectives of this court case census are: 1, to ascertain the state of cases in Uganda's courts, including verified number and types of cases being handled, case backlog, profiles of parties, and case age profiles. 2, to strengthen the judiciary's capacity to manage cases efficiently through data collection, analysis, and the implementation of technology. 3, to identify areas of inefficiency and bottlenecks within the current case management system and provide recommendations for improvements. 4, to develop data-driven policy recommendations to improve case management and reduce case backlog. And 5, to support the development of an efficient, effective, and accountable case management system, which will support the strategic goals of the judiciary. The scope of the work. The court case census will cover all levels of courts in Uganda, that is the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal / Constitutional Court, the High Court divisions and High Court circuits, the Chief Magistrates Courts, the Magistrates Grade 1 Courts and Magistrates Grade 2 Courts. On the set dates, there will be physical and digital file count and verification of all pending case files in the court registries. During the census, the judiciary will take advantage of the existence of the electronic court case management information system, ECMIS, and the web-based court case management system, web-based CAS, in courts where these are operational in order to capture the correct data. The ECMIS currently is rolled out to 13 courts, while CAS is currently deployed at 73 courts around the country. For the remaining 193 courts without CAS case management information system, a customized data capturing tool will be deployed. For the 3 days in this census exercise, all registries of the courts will remain open for those filing pleadings in civil matters. Criminal charges will be filed and courts may take plea. Courts will not fix cases for hearing on those days of the census. Where cases had earlier been fixed for those 3 days of the census, new hearing dates will be given to the parties and all stakeholders such as the prison service, the Attorney General, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, advocates, among others, should be informed of the new dates prior to the census dates. Methodology. The Judiciary has constituted a task force under the Case Management Committee chaired by myself to start the execution of the Judiciary National Court Case Management Case Census 2025 outcome. The outcome of this exercise will be compiled into a comprehensive report. The report will be discussed by different stakeholders and the public. The report shall contain the following. 1. A detailed analysis of the caseload and case backlog situation across all courts at all levels in Uganda. 2. Key challenges and bottlenecks in case management and processing. 3. Data-driven recommendations for improving court efficiency and reducing case backlog. 4. Improving the capacity of the judiciary to collect, manage, and use case data for decision making. Conclusion. We call upon all court users and the public generally to support the judiciary in the conduct of the court case census. We also call upon you, members of the press, to inform and sensitize the public through your media houses and various digital platforms about the importance of this exercise. You will then be helping us to achieve our mission, which is justice for all.
The census teams, how will they do it? We have a case management committee chaired by the Honorable Deputy Chief Justice and other members on the case management committee. So those members are going to be the overall supervisors leading the teams that are going to the field. It's not going to be office-based. We have to go to the field to ascertain existence of these files. So the teams are structured according to the high court circuits that we have. So it means if one team is going to, for example, Jinja and Igang and Toro, it means you do the census for the High Court and all the subordinate courts they are under. So we are not going to leave any court unattended to. Then there was a question of explaining whether the census is not a wastage of money. Registering a case does not mean not all cases are in the system. We have two systems, we have the ECMIS and CAS, but it's not spread all over the country for various reasons. Most of our up-country courts don't have this because they don't have internet. And for you to be on CAS or ECMIS, internet must be steady. Otherwise, you may, as well as electricity. We all know that we always have power surges here and there. So that is the reason. So the 193 courts are not on the system yet. Remember, we have very many courts now. There are 266 around there. So out of those, the 193, we are not yet there in CAS, using CAS or ECMIS. So regarding finances, we are not encroaching on any other finances other than what was allocated to the judiciary in this quarter.
I think the judiciary is trying to go digital in respect of all the cases that we handle. I led a delegation to Tanzania last month, December. and looked at their digital system, where every case that is entered in the whole country is reflected at the headquarters immediately. And every case that is concluded either in the morning or in the afternoon is reflected at the headquarters immediately. And every performance of each court on a daily basis is automatically reflected at the center. This helped them in resolving the issue of backlog. We are studying this plus other experiences to see how we can get rid of case backlog, have accurate, and I stated accurate and reliable data for all our courts. The Chief Registrar has explained that the data we have is in respect of both where we have introduced CAS and EKINIS, but we have the majority of courts not yet on the system, plus the obstacles of power, of internet. But these can be resolved, learning from the experiences of others, and then we have a system that works and tells the story. The previous case census 2015 gave us the actual position of pending cases and those that were backlog. And the case management system has been working on resolving the bottlenecks and reducing case backlog. It's true we have reduced case backlog. You can be given figures. We want to go further in having reliable and accurate data, and that will help us in assessing, taking administrative decisions based on data. How do you deploy judicial officers? You should be deploying them in accordance with workload at the stations. Where is the majority of cases pending, and then how many judges or magistrates can be deployed to those stations? That's the purpose briefly of the exercise. It will be conducted mainly by judicial officers. The Uganda Bureau of Standards is helping us. Part of the equipment we are using, and it's a data collection exercise, not much more. Bagala okubala emisango gyonna egiri mu kooti, Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, Constitutional Court, Chief Magistrates Courts, Magistrates Grade 1, zonna courts mu ggwanga. Tutegeere emisango egiri mu kooti gyenkana ki. Bwe tubalirira abalamuzi abagikolako wa kooti ziriwa eziri n'abalamuzi bangi oba abatono, kijja kutuyamba okusalawo abalamuzi tubateekewa we basaanira okubeera okukola ku misango egiriyo. Exercise eno ejja kukolebwa mu nnaku 3 okuva 13 okutuuka 15 mwezi guno mu kooti zonna. Abalamuzi n'ababayambako bajja kubeera nga kooti tezijja kuggalawo emisango emipya, abantu bagitwale ku filing bagiteeke mu kooti, kooti zijja kukkiriza filing emisango, naye okuwulira tebajja kuwulira misango okwolwo, bajja kubawa ennaku endala. Bwe babazeewo emisango emipya egy'obumenyi bw'amateeka, kooti zijja kugikkiriza naye zigiwe ennaku endala ez'okugiwulira. So kooti singale ku ennaku ezo-3 zijja kukola, naye ekikulu kubala cases eziri mu kooti kijja kukolebwa ku nnaku ezo-3.
Kigenda kuyamba kitya kino?
Kijja kutegeeza ekitongole ekiramuzi emisango egiri mu kooti giri luddawa emingi, giri luddawa emitono. Abalamuzi bwe baba bagenda kubaweereza stations ze bakolamu babateeke mu kooti okugenderera emisango bweri. Ne bye tukola tutegeere nti oludda luno olina emisango mingi, sente zeetaagisa okukola ku misango gino abalamuzi beetaagisa byenkana bwe biti. Embalirira y'ekitongole ejja kugoberera bye tuba tusanze mu census eno.
Oyogedde ku bantu bemugenda okukolagana nabo okukola omulimu guno nabo twagala obatu.
Uganda Bureau of Standards etuyambako n'ebitongole ebirala bye tukola nabyo bonna bajja tuyamba mu mulimu guno.
News